XRP is doing nice, I guess. Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And yeah, like I just said, XRP versus Bitcoin has actually been doing quite nice. And that's because Bitcoin has been taking a little bit of a hit. We've seen kind of news, some bad news after bad news after bad news, and it really hasn't affected XRP as bad. Honestly, I think it's actually one of the best performers in the top 10, even though that's not much of an achievement right now as we speak. But yeah, as I said, XRP, one of the best ones, Bitcoin falling down a significant amount more, and it really seems as if XRP on the short term here has found its bottom at this like 1550 Satoshi mark. It's just kept on bouncing from that level. And as we've already stated before as well, we ourselves are targeting 2200 Satoshis on the XRP versus Bitcoin chart. I think is going to be a very interesting level of resistance and a very easy trade to make. But let's quickly cover the news that's ongoing. So, crypto stocks slide after Silvergate decides to shut down. For all of you that do not know, we've been talking about this crypto banking industry, and Silvergate just couldn't keep up after everything that's happened. That was the main crypto-ish bank, and it basically took a lot of stocks, crypto company stock down with it. And there's basically a question that's now popped up. Which companies were affiliated with this company? Which ones are going to come down because of it? And it's now already been apparent that Binance was not involved, and the majority of the companies that matter were not. But I think in the wake of this, some things might again have a little bit of a tumble, but I don't think it's going to have similar effects as FTX had, etc., because otherwise the prices will be down a very significant amount more already by now. On an opposite side, apparently, U.S. jobless claims recorded highest weekly increase, and the Bitcoin price did not do bad because of it. Now, again, taking a look at crypto prices, Bitcoin is not doing too amazing. It's not down significantly, I can't tell you that. It, however, did get resisted at the 200 weekly moving average, which we expected, which we explained, and I told you guys that was my first major exit on, or I guess, for my Bitcoin long position. Right now, we're just waiting for another good entry, and I think we're actually getting fairly close over on the weekly. You can already kind of see at what level we're getting towards here for Bitcoin, and that could be another very juicy opportunity to open up another long position. To be a bit more specific, we've basically been targeting the region that Bitcoin has just touched today and a very small part of yesterday as a nice little rebound section here. This entire section in terms of price action that we're witnessing right now is an area where Bitcoin usually picks up the pace and does something. You can see that when looking back at this price. We basically covered three major price levels: 21.7 thousand, $20,000, and roughly $17.7 thousand as three of our major levels to watch. There's actually a couple ones in the midst in this $18,000 area, but these were some major ones to watch. And so from that perspective, even just getting right now into a long position, potentially to take us all the way back towards the 200 weekly moving average is not a stupid idea, but we can be a little bit more safe with it to take a very short-term position for about a 4% profit or so, with a stop loss quite near at roughly $21.3 thousand, maybe slightly below at 21,000, or potentially, if you want to keep it open for a longer swing all the way towards $25,000 or so, we could put the stop loss slightly below it. That's just for safety purposes. Anyway, right now is another one of these rebound moments where this could be a very easy little trade to make. And that's one thing that we're watching for right now, for a nice little bounce off of these levels and to continue on with its journey upwards, as that's generally speaking still the direction. Anyway, we've also on the channel been talking a lot about some of these hedge trades, and that basically is where you keep shorts open to protect your portfolio from major downturns. And what that basically means, simply put, is you have short positions open for longer periods of time with some leverage, purely to combat the downturn that your portfolio would have. As if the prices go up, you don't need a long position because your portfolio is in crypto. If the prices go down, however, this short position could slightly even out the losses, and this is what some of the major firms are doing in times like this. It's obviously as easy as just taking your money out of crypto. to quote unquote be safe. We don't want to do that though. I want to keep all my coins, and I sometimes just put a stablecoin budget, not a Bitcoin trade, not a Bitcoin perpetual, but a stable or USDT perpetual open purely to, kind of keep my position safe. It's just something I like to do sometimes. In this case here, I'm actually basically waiting for a slightly lower entry. It's like a professional thing, or I say a perfectionist thing, to wait for the perfect entry. But I generally speaking here think that rebounding off of this level is a very, very smart idea over on the short term. If you zoom in though ever so slightly, you can already see that Bitcoin has actually gotten itself a nice little movement, I guess, below 21.7 thousand. So it's actually already fine to get in. It's just a perfectionist thing for me to actually want to enter slightly lower, as we saw on February 13th. But hey, that's just a little perfectionist thing. I still think entries right now are juicy. Anyway, one other thing that's happened is the Mt. Gox deadline. You know, we talked about this for being some major selling pressure. Has been moved again, apparently from tomorrow to April 6th. Now, I've been trying to find articles that confirm this. It's actually been pretty hard. I think this was one of the first articles to cover it, but that's not too nice to read. Why? Because it just keeps pushing this date for major sell pressure forward, and that's like negative news being pushed further away. It only keeps the negative news around, but pushed further away. I'd rather have this stuff out of the way as soon as possible, especially now that Bitcoin prices are lower, because the higher the price goes, the more money they basically sell it for. I'd rather have them sell it for lower. And there's some additional pieces I just have to cover. Apparently, Biden to propose a 25% minimum tax on US billionaires. He also, apparently, I might not have those open, will increase the capital gains tax for some from 20% to 40%, which is, pretty wild. I don't know what else to explain to you. It's just Biden doing some crazy stuff. On another side, apparently there's a little battle between the CFTC and the SEC for power, which is really peculiar to watch, at least for me. And what we've seen is that the CFTC chairman has just declared stablecoins and Ethereum are going to be commodities. At the same time, you have to think about it. CFTC chair, Communities Future Trade Commission, they are handling commodities. They want as many things as possible to be commodities, to have it under their control. On an opposite side, the Securities and Exchange Commission wants as many things as possible to be securities, to have it under their control. Right now, we're seeing a little bit of a battle for power, and I think that's very peculiar to watch. But we're seeing a direct jab in the face against the SEC from the CFTC chair, so CFTC versus SEC. And then one little fun piece from Sam Bankman-Fried's lawyer. He said they need more time to prepare their defense as they're still waiting on some key evidence. And that's it. He wants to delay the case a little bit. Guys, let me tell you again and again and again, if you're still looking for a platform to trade on, there's a link down below for Bybit. It's the platform that I use. You'll get a couple $1,000s worth of deposit bonuses by signing up with the link down below. There's a couple other cool features that are on there, so just check it out. And yeah, I just want to keep the video simple, plain, and easy. That's it for right now. See you guys again in another crypto video soon.